Hey guys, let's focus on dividing fractions. I'm going to be using a method. It's called KCF, or keep, change, flip. That means I will keep the first fraction, change the sign to a multiplication symbol, and flip the second fraction, or get the reciprocal of the second fraction. So let's start off by dividing a fraction by a fraction. So we have 2/7 divided by 3/8. Okay? So we want to keep the first fraction, change the sign, then flip the second fraction. So now we have 2/7 times 8/3. Now we can focus on numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So 2 times 8 is 16, and 7 times 3 is 21. Since they do not have a factor in common other than the number 1, this answer is already in simplest form, so there's nothing else that we need to do to it. All right, let's look at dividing a fraction by a whole number. Anytime you're dividing a fraction by a whole number, you want to make sure that you place your whole number over 1 so that it does not change the value of it. And then you go back to your KCF, or keep, change, flip. So your new problem becomes 5/9 times 1/7, or 5/9 times 1/7. Now we can focus on numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. Okay, 5 times 1 is 5, and 9 times 7 is 63. So I know that 5 is a prime number, which means that it can only be multiplied by 1 and 5. So that means that 5 and 63 does not have anything else in common, which means that it is already in simplest form, so we do not need to do anything else to this answer. All right, let's say we are dividing mixed numbers, and we have 4 and 2/7 divided by 3 and 7/9. All right, let's say we are dividing mixed numbers by a mixed number. Dividing a mixed number by a mixed number. Before you start, you want to convert it to an improper fraction. So then that would be 7 times 4 plus 2 on this side over 7 divided by 9 times 3 plus 7 over 9 on this side. Okay? So we're going to solve those out and then get our new fractions. So 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30. So this becomes 30 over 7. And 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 7 is 34. And this side becomes 34 over 9. So now we can do our KCF, or keep, change, flip. So then we have 30 over 7 times 9 over 34. All right. So 9 times 30, or 30 times 9 is 270. And 7 times 34 equals 238. Okay, so now we notice that we have an improper fraction because our numerator is larger than our denominator. So now we'll need to convert this to a mixed number, and we simply do that by dividing. So we want to see how many times can 238 go into 270 without going over. And that'll be 1 times. 1 times 238 is 238. Then I regroup and subtract. 10 minus 8 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. That becomes my whole number, numerator, denominator. So now we're looking at 1 and 32 over 238. And I know that 32 and 238 are both even numbers, so I want to simplify it by dividing by 2. Bring over my whole number. 32 divided by 2 is 16. 238 divided by 2 is 119. Since these two numbers, the numerator and the denominator, does not have anything in common, I know that my answer is already in simplest form. So therefore, I do not need to do anything else. My final answer will be 1 and 16 over 119. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have learned something. Enjoy the rest of your day.